Hi guys, this is Natasha's English channel and today we will learn some English with celebrities. A couple of days ago, Rihanna performed at a Super Bowl halftime show. It was an amazing show. Before that, she gave an interview to CNN explaining what inspired her to perform at Super Bowl. We are going to watch this interview today and discuss some vocabulary, and in the end, after watching this video, you will be able to understand it without subtitles or translations. Before we start, please subscribe to this channel, give this video a thumbs up and turn on notifications not to miss my next videos. Okay, let's go. First, we are going to watch this video without any subtitles, without pauses or translation. We want to see how much we understand from the first take. All right, let's watch.
When I first got the call to do it again this year, I was like, you sure? Like I'm 3 months postpartum. Like, should I be making major decisions like this right now? Like, I might regret this. But when you become a mom, there's something that just happens where you feel like you could take on the world, you can do anything, and the Super Bowl is one of the biggest stages in the world. So as scary as that was, because I haven't been on stage in 7 years, there's something exhilarating about the challenge of it all. And it's important for me to do this year. It's important for representation. It's important for my son to see that.
Okay, probably that was not very easy from the first take, but don't worry, now we're going to watch this video once again, and I'm going to pause the videos and explain vocabulary and grammar structures. Let's go.
When I first got the call to do it again this year, I was like, you sure?
Okay, the first sentence, when I first got the call to do it again this year, I was like, you sure? Got the call, when I first received the call, so probably the organizers of the Super Bowl called Rihanna to offer to perform, to do it again this year. I was like, and the word like itself, you will hear it a lot in this small interview because Rihanna uses it a lot as a filler word. It is used in informal speech usually to fill the pauses or hesitation while the speaker is thinking or trying to express their thought. So you will hear this word very often during the whole interview. And the last part of this sentence, you sure is actually, are you sure, right? The full version of this question would be, are you sure? Rihanna is skipping the verb to be in the form are because this is a colloquial speech. In informal colloquial speech, sometimes people would skip the verb to be, saying you sure, meaning are you sure? Let's go ahead.
Like I'm 3 months postpartum.
Okay, like I am 3 months postpartum. So postpartum means a period of time after a woman has given birth to a baby. So basically last year, I think it was in May 2022, Rihanna gave birth to her son, and probably the call that she received from Super Bowl organizers happened 3 months after that. So 3 months postpartum, 3 months after giving birth to her son.
Like, should I be making major decisions like this right now?
Like, should I be making major decisions like this right now? Again, filler word like, and should I be making. Should here in this phrase, in this sentence, is a modal verb. If you don't know or don't remember what modal verbs are the type of auxiliary verbs that express speaker's attitude towards what he is saying. So we have, for example, main verbs, right? Regular verbs. They have their meaning, for example, to speak, to read, to run, to work, and so on. They have a specific meaning. They express the action. Modal verbs, on the other hand, are expressing the attitude towards what is said. Sometimes modal verbs can be used to indicate different degrees of possibility or ability or permission or obligation to do something or advice. So the verb should is a modal verb that is used to express a suggestion or a recommendation, right? In this sentence, this verb shows that Rihanna is not sure if making such an important decision is the right thing for her at the moment. And go into the decision part, right? Making major decisions. To make major decisions means make important choices or take significant decisions. Major decisions means significant decisions or important choices. Let's go ahead.
Like I might regret this.
Like I might regret this. Might is another modal verb, again, expressing the attitude towards what is said, right? No lexical meaning. It means here that something is theoretical or hypothetical. Something is possible. There is a chance of something happening. And in this case, it is theoretically possible that Rihanna will regret her decision. And regret means to feel sad or sorry about something that has happened or something that you have done. So here with this construction, I might regret, Rihanna is saying that there is a possibility that in future she will feel sorry that she agreed to perform at Super Bowl.
But when you become a mom, there's something that just happens where you feel like you could take on the world, you can do anything.
Okay, here, but when you become a mom, there is something that just happens where you feel like you could take on the world. So take on the world in this context means that Rihanna feels confident, empowered, or capable of doing practically anything, right? You can do anything. So if she thinks about doing something, she can do practically anything. Let's go ahead.
And the Super Bowl is one of the biggest stages in the world.
And the Super Bowl is one of the biggest stages in the world. Here I just wanted to revise with you comparative degrees of adjectives. Biggest stages here is big, bigger, the biggest. Biggest is the superlative degree of adjective big. But this is just a reminder of comparative degrees of adjective.
So as scary as that was, because I haven't been on stage in 7 years.
So as scary as that was, this phrase is used to express that performing at Super Bowl was frightening. And also this expression suggests that Rihanna had to think about it a lot because she was really, really afraid to do it, to perform on the biggest stage in the world.
There's something exhilarating about the challenge of it all.
There is something exhilarating about the challenge of it all. Exhilarating means feeling of excitement, enthusiasm, or thrill. And it is an expression to describe a very positive emotion that is often associated with a sense of adventure or accomplishment, something really exciting. And exhilarating about the challenge of it all. Challenge is a difficulty or an obstacle that requires an effort or a skill to overcome. The term challenge can have different meanings depending on the context. In general, it refers to a difficulty or an obstacle, as I have already said. Sometimes it is something complicated, a complicated problem or task that you are kind of interested in solving. So it's not always used in a negative meaning. Sometimes challenge can bring you some excitement, right? It is something difficult, but interesting to solve or to do, to overcome.
And it's important for me to do this year. It's important for representation. It's important for my son to see that.
Okay, and here, I guess this is the final explanation why she was inspired to do it after all. And it is important for me to do this year. It is important for representation. Representation means showing or presenting something or someone in a particular way. Also, here, I think it refers to the important idea that she has in mind. So she's saying in the next sentence, it is important for my son to see that. So this is her performing at the Super Bowl halftime show is a representation of her feelings to her son, and that it is important for her that her son could see her on stage. All right, that was it. A very short piece of interview for today. Now we're going to watch to this video once again. There will be no subtitles this time again. I just want you to check how much you now understand without subtitles or translations. Let's go.
When I first got the call to do it again this year, I was like, you sure? Like I'm 3 months postpartum. Like, should I be making major decisions like this right now? Like, I might regret this. But when you become a mom, there's something that just happens where you feel like you could take on the world, you can do anything, and the Super Bowl is one of the biggest stages in the world. So as scary as that was, because I haven't been on stage in 7 years, there's something exhilarating about the challenge of it all. And it's important for me to do this year. It's important for representation. It's important for my son to see that.
All right, see, much easier like that after we discussed all the vocabulary and structures which Rihanna used. I hope you liked this format, English with Celebrities. If so, please let me know about that in the comments under this video. I'll try to find more interesting celebrities and interviews for us to discuss. That's it for today. Thanks and bye-bye.